Hey guys, welcome to my first video. So this is your girl Teacher Positive, and today I'll be sharing with you a workshop that I went to recently. It's actually called Musical Explorers. Here teachers are taught how to teach music in the classroom. I'm not a music teacher, but you know, when you're teaching the different subjects, sometimes you have to put a little music in it, all right? So this workshop teaches us about different types of music and how it can be taught in the classroom, or should I say, how we should teach it in the classroom. Yes, so as you can see, the gentleman there, he is the one doing the workshop. Well, one of them, and the others are teachers, so they are actually forming a music group right now. We have the drummer, we have those playing the not cymbals, what do you call those? Shake, shake. What, I don't even remember the correct name. In Jamaica, we call him Shake Shake. I don't remember the correct name, but yes, so they're actually just forming a little music band, as we would normally say, and they're gonna play a little music for you. I hope you enjoy. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about Teacher Positive. Bye bye.
I'm going to show you.
So I want everyone to check out the drummer girl here. She's on YouTube, drummer girl Chirps. So if you have a chance, just go ahead, search her up, and subscribe to her channel.
1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and nice. Llamador. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maracas. Stop, shake, stop, shake, stop, shake, stop, shake. Esa. Muy bien. And everybody clap on the beat. Esa. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. A little faster. Here in the Alegre doing something like this on top. Give it up for this awesome ensemble. Thank you so much. You may take a seat. I love it. Anybody feeling like they want to jump in? All right. Here we go. So let's start again. I'll start. Then you hold the maracas. 1, 2, 3, and. Llamador. Maracas. Stop, shake, stop, shake, stop, shake. Whenever you want to. But it can be, super joyful and happy, and it's nice and loud, so it can cut through a lot of the drums. It's actually more of a clarinet because it has a reed, and I am no expert on this, so you feel free to go like this at any point while I demonstrate a little bit of this. But it's just a very beautiful instrument called the flauta de millo and used for cumbia. Epa. That's as far as I can go. the only melody I know. It's a challenging instrument. Some people can actually get sounds also inhaling the sound, not just blowing it out. And this one is called the gaita. Gaita. This one you're gonna see in your curriculum. You can see a little picture here on the right, on the left, next to the accordion. And the materials are really cool, so you can tell your students. This part is made from cactus wood. The body of the gaita. The headpiece is made from a mixture of beeswax and charcoal, and the mouthpiece from a goose feather. Okay, so everything has been made with the resources that the folks could find around in the countryside areas and places that are originally very far from the cities. Which also lets me to say, like, both the drums and this instrument that you're seeing here, it's interesting because they have been sort of also like a symbol of resilience for cultures that have been oppressed for many years and had really left to their own to find whatever resources they could make music. So, for example, the drums that were part of that African heritage of these folks trying to imitate the instrument that they had left back and creating them again in Colombia in some way. And something like the gaita, which is part of the indigenous tradition, that is still preserved today. Who knows how long this instrument has been around for, but I'm sure many, many years. I'm gonna play you a little bit of what the gaita sounds like. A lot of the music comes from, originally said to come from imitating bird sounds. Actually, Colombia is the place with the most biodiversity in birds in the world, so a lot of the music I think will have some of that influence. And originally they're played as a different type of gaita, which is the longer gaita. They're played in as a female gaita and male gaita. The female gaita would play the melody and the improvisation and sort of the more flashy things, and it would sound something like this. Well, as a male gaita, thank you. There we go. The male gaita will play an accompanying role, which seems sort of simpler in a way, but there's an extra challenge, and that you have to play the maraca at the same time. So something like this. Before you try that. Don't try that at home. Great. And I think now we can move on to the second song, right? The second song is called La Piragua. La Piragua. Oh yeah, thank you. La Piragua is a type of canoe, like a big boat that would used to travel around the Magdalena River. That's sort of the largest river in Colombia, and it's a river that has a very geographical and historical importance because that's where a lot of this music spread out throughout the country just by going up and down the river, sort of like the Mississippi in the US. And I'm gonna play a little bit of that so we can learn it. Interesting. Do you folks have students that are Spanish speakers or their families are from Latin America? Please shout out some of the countries where they might be from. Guatemala, Chile,
Mexico,
Salvador, Venezuela. Well, that's interesting. All these countries that you are mentioning it, cumbia is actually part of all those cultures. So it's actually born in Colombia, in the coast, but then it has really spread out throughout Latin America. So in Salvador, Mexico, Guatemala, all of these places, cumbia is big. So it'll be maybe an interesting point of connection. The fact that you're not only talking about Colombia, but you're actually talking about a rhythm that it was actually called by NPR the backbone of Latin American music. So I'm gonna play La Piragua, which is one of the most famous tunes.
And again, there's a call and response for your students to learn, so we'll jump right into it. It's pretty simple.
Yes. Yeah, this is a great one. I'm gonna sing a little bit, just a verse. Then we're gonna do the chorus where there's the call and response, and at the end there's a refrain where everybody sings together. So even though we're not teaching it yet, please go ahead and jump in, okay? Following Shanna. Here we go. Me contaron los abuelos que hace tiempo navegaba en el Cesar una piragua que partía del Banco Viejo Puerto a las playas de amor en Chimichagua. ¡Coro! Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
Era la piragua, era la piragua,
Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
era la piragua, era la piragua.
La piragua, la piragua. Join in. La piragua. Last time. La piragua. There we go. Muy bien. Okay, so these songs use a lot of specific places, specific names. So we're gonna have the big challenge of singing the name Guillermo Cubillo. That's a mouthful, yeah, but let's try to say that. Guillermo Cubillo. So that's part. He's sort of the protagonist of the story, the man who gets this large boat so that he can go between the towns of El Banco and Chimichagua. So yeah, in the chorus, it's gonna be we're gonna try to sing Era. Let's talk it first, right? Let's say it. So we're gonna say Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo. Oh, that's a lot, right? I just heard it. Let's break it up. Okay, so we're gonna say Era la piragua.
Era la piragua
De Guillermo Cubillo.
de Guillermo Cubillo.
Great. Let's see if we can do it, the whole phrase together. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and. Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo. One more time. Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo. Great. So it's Guillermo Cubillo's apostrophe S, piragua. He's piragua. Listen, if you did that, the rest is easy. All right? So don't worry, it's not going to get harder than this. So let's try to do it now while singing, okay? So I'm going to sing it. We're going to sing it one time and then you repeat it. So like this. Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
Era la piragua de Guillermo.
One more time. Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
Muy bien. All right. So this would be the call, and the answer is easier. It's just Era la piragua, era la piragua.
Era la piragua, era la piragua.
Right. And then at the end we have the refrain, where everybody sings together, which you already did last time. So it goes La piragua,
La piragua,
one more time.
la piragua.
Perfect. So that's going to be 4 times, okay? So let's have an example. I'm going to ask Shanna to guide you folks. So I'm going to do the call, okay? I'm going to do the call, so I'm going to do the hard Guillermo Cubillo's part, and you answer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
Era la piragua, era la piragua.
Era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo.
Era la piragua, era
And then
la
together.
piragua.
La piragua. La piragua. All right. Do we have time to try dividing group? Oh, no, I should be good. All right. Oh, no, we're good. You guys got it. Oh, yeah, because we got to do some dancing.
Yeah, we got to do
Woo! All right. So you know the lyrics. And we're gonna do some dancing. All of this music is connected. Both the music is related to a type of dance. So cumbia is not only a type of rhythm, but also a type of dance. Okay, should that kind of work last time?
Yeah, we'll show the video.
Let's see the video so you have an idea of 4 little sections, 4 little steps that we're gonna look into this, and then we'll sort of delve into it. Here we go.
Y era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo. Era la piragua, era la piragua. Y era la piragua de Guillermo Cubillo. Era la piragua, era la piragua. La piragua, la piragua, la piragua, la piragua.
Lorena. All right, so okay, muy bien. So pretty simple, right? No. Before we get into those 4 sections, can you hear me in the back there?
Yes.
Before we get into those 4 sections, like the choreography, let's say, we're gonna start talking just about our feet and what we're gonna be doing. So it's fairly simple in the sense that you're just trading between like a short shuffle, right? Very close to the floor, sort of like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can hear it, right? And your lead foot is gonna just go a little bit forward, and you're dragging your back foot a little bit, right?
Which like immediately makes your hips move.
Exactly.
If you
So
have one
that's-
foot in front, your hips start moving.
Exactly. So I love that this music is gonna be the dance is gonna be subtle in the sense that a lot of it is gonna look like stiff is the wrong word, but sort of formal, right? But at the same time, there's the subtlety of the hips are doing their thing, right? Hips don't lie, as Shakira says. So that would be the main thing. Oh, let's get everybody to stand up and
So this is a courtship dance, right? You saw it done in pairs, but we want all of your students to experience the step. At the concert, they won't be able to move in circles like that, so they can either put their hands on their hips, they feel comfortable with that, or up here in the air like this.
So 3 things. We're gonna move our feet. You're gonna put either your hands up here, which is usually what the leader is doing, and the follower has thing. You can try whichever you want. And a 3rd thing, which is very important, you have to be smiling. That's a requirement. What are you gonna do? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and remember, one foot is just a little bit forward. Yeah. And you drag it. Yeah, right. And you go around, do a little circle. Yeah, there we go. Muy bien.
It's done?
You folks can take a seat. Muy bien. Another suggestion.
What a quick dancing.
For the students, especially more towards the concert or even in class, you can do maybe a circle or individually, and they can also use the images from the songs, for example, the fisherman, right? So with the idea of throwing a net while still dancing, something exactly, or rowing makes a lot of sense. All right, so now we're gonna get into the dance. And let's see, just like how I'm sure as we have award-winning drummers here, we might have award-winning dancers. So we're gonna get some volunteers. All right, so once you have this, here is the choreography. Step number 1, this music, the cumbia is actually traditionally danced with a group of lit candles.
We're not going to do that in school though. You can pretend. Or bring one of those little
LED.
So the leader has these imaginary candles, and all of this is going on while we're dancing. But the first step is to give the candle to the followers, so you're inviting them to dance, right? You're bringing the light to them, which is very nice. Yes, and then the follower is going to use it with one hand, and then we're going to go. Well, I love the idea of the hats are very commonly used. They're kind of like the GPS for guiding where the dance is going. And maybe you can make your own hats or have them bring hats or use an imaginary hat. And the second step is that we're gonna go sort of in a circle. So I'm just kind of going around, we're having some fun here. And the idea of the candle is that if I get too close, she might burn me, all right? So back off, buddy. So that's like a playful part, right? A playful part. You can have, you can you can have fun with that, like, hey, oh, like, yeah, I like it, but not that much. Okay? So that can be in a little bit of a circle. You can even have maybe everybody in a circle, or maybe do a circle and have each couple go in the middle, things like that. Step number 3, we are gonna put our one shoulder together, and we're still going around while dancing. You're still kind of, you're still smiling, still looking at each other, kind of like, might get a little bit of a neck pain there. But you do that maybe once or twice, so that's step number 3. And finally, you end up facing front and going parallel to each other, shoulder to shoulder, forward, shoulder, shoulder to shoulder, and then back. And so you have that candle here, you have the head, smiling, and you finish. All right. Oh, yeah. I would love to dance with somebody from Savannah. It's my first time in Savannah. I've never danced with anybody here. So can I get? We would love 1 or 2 volunteers from whoever wants to come up here. Don't be shy. Oh, by the way, I even brought another hat. Come on. Yes, all right. You're dancing. Yeah. Hey, nice to have you. What's your name? Anybody else? No? All right. Just you and I. Oh, you're good? You're good? All right.
Get the band back together.
The reunion, the band reunion.
Anyone else want to come out? We have the same band.
Same band.
One band.
Same band.
Same band.
Yeah.
Bring the band back.
Any questions before we begin? So just to remind you, so we're doing the little steps. You would have your hands here. The first thing is I'm going to hand you the candle. Then we go in circles. And if I get too close, try to burn me. Number 3, shoulders around, shoulder to shoulder. And number 4, we go front and back together. All right? Okay, let's get the groove going first with the music. Tambora, 1, 2, 3, and...